Meanwhile, France has said that the Niger Junta has no authority to expel its ambassador to the country, Sylvain Ite. Niger military on Friday gave Ite 48 hours to vacate the country for refusing an invitation to meet with the junta-appointed foreign minister. The foreign ministry says the actions of the French government were contrary to the interests of Niger. But France said Niger's putschists have no authority to expel its ambassador from Niamey. The French President Emmanuel Macron had on Thursday demanded the release of Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum, who was detained on July 26 in the military coup led by former commander of Niger's Presidential Guard, Abdurrahmane Chiani. Bolu Michael B. is a former legal advisor at the African Union. He's joining us for the latest on this matter. Bolu, thank you so much for your time. But I do want us to begin with the latest on Niger's development, where we are seeing the junta tell its people that you should be on maximum alert because of an increased threat of attack. What are you gleaning from this, first of all, and what do you think the implication is on the entire process to restore political sanity in Niger?
Okay, good day, and thank you for having me. This is what we trying to avoid. Let me just put it that way, because a house divided against itself cannot stand. If threatening military action before diplomacy will only, bring about situations like this. We have a situation whereby countries are pledging allegiance to ECOWAS and some others to Niger, which shouldn't be the case. And what if there's military action, we're going to have a humanitarian crisis. And I personally expect that the ECOWAS and the African Union inclusive would learn from Libya, whereby where there's word of humanitarian crisis, poverty will increase, innocent people will die, the infrastructure of the country that has been built over the years will turn apart. And then we go cap in hand to the people who is probably incited this violence or war amongst themselves, and go cap in hand in them for humanitarian aid. It doesn't make sense for us to go to war. Diplomacy should always come first. ECOWAS contravenes its own statute of conflict resolution, and that is not the right way to go.
I see. Let's also talk about the junta and France, the former colonial ruler of that country. We know that the junta has asked the French ambassador, Sylvain Ite, to vacate the country. France has come out strongly to say the junta does not have the right to do that. But I want us to look at how this could affect the peace intervention, given the French response, but also the Nigerian position on the matter.
Yeah, it seems like everything is just escalating and getting out of hand. For France to say that they do not, they're not going to accept the ejection of their ambassador is only basically saying that they do not recognize the junta in Niger. And then we begin to wait to see what's going to happen, perhaps when the time elapses and the ambassador is still there.
Is that helpful to the situation? Is that helpful to the peace process?
No, it's not. It's not helpful at all. It's not helpful at all, because if anything happens to the ambassador, it's because ambassador is representative of a country, in another country. It is going to be seen as a direct attack on the government and people of France. And we don't want a situation whereby France have legitimate reasons to fight back, even the use of force on Niger. It can spill over, and we have a major humanitarian crisis in ECOWAS, which wouldn't be good at all.
But again, on the front for the junta, we know that when countries were beginning to close up their missions and consulates there in Niger, they had come out to say there was no reason for them to do that. So to have them expel Nigerian, ambassador and the French ambassador to their countries, it would seem that they have tracked back on what they told us earlier. Is that bad faith for their talks with ECOWAS so far? Does it affect it?
Yes, it does. It does in some way. I personally would expect that in a situation whereby the crisis within a particular country and there seems to be an escalation, that persons will not only pull away their country, not only pull away their ambassadors, but also their people there. And it's kind of contradictory from the side of ECOWAS because countries are putting away their ambassadors and at the same time having diplomatic talks. I think it's very important to at least conclude the diplomatic talks. Let's see where it goes, have faith in the process, not juggling diplomatic means with military. So that's what is keeping the Niger junta on alert. Remove the military entirely. Focus on diplomacy. That's what should happen, not juggling diplomacy and military together. It doesn't work that way.
Bolu, thank you so much for your time here on the news.
Thank you very much.